Hey everyone, I'm Christian Brown. Welcome to another mobility and strength workout. And today we're going to do a fairly brief workout. We're going to stick to arms and abs. So we're going to probably take about 30 minutes here. Just a few pieces of equipment that you're going to need for your workout. One or two chairs, probably be fine with one chair. I'm going to use two sliders, a resistance band, a couple of dumbbells on the lighter sides. We're going to be using these dumbbells for bicep curls, for tricep extensions, so you're not going to need that much load. You could potentially have one dumbbell that's a little bit heavier for some single arm work. And again, if you don't have any dumbbells as per usual, just feel free to use bands where you need to. And without further ado, let's get into it. So we're just going to warm up the shoulders and basically just your upper body before we get into it. So we could go into a kneeling position, just take your hips out of the equation, and let's just start with opening up your palms, and we're just going to go through some internal and external rotation. So from here, I'm lifting my chest nice and high, I'm depressing my shoulders, and I'm just trying to internally rotate my biceps towards my body, and then I'm trying to point my thumbs back behind my body as much as I can. I'm engaging through all those muscles through the shoulders, and then I'm just going to hold that for a moment. And then let's open up the opposite way. Try and control actively through the shoulders as you're going through this external rotation. So try and not just to move from position to position. Try and use your muscles to get from point A to point B. Okay, so I'm opening up my palms as much as I can. I'm still drawing my rib cage up nice and high. I'm contracting through the back of my shoulders, still depressing those shoulders hard. I'm trying to rotate as much as I can into that external rotation, trying to pull those thumbs right back to the wall behind me, trying to rotate my pinkies right up towards the ceiling. Let's just go for one more on each. So I'm internally rotating, squeezing through the front of the shoulder, trying to even get your pecs involved a little bit here if you can. Trying to point those thumbs back to the wall and away from my body. Reaching those fingertips out away from my body. And let's go for one more in external rotation. Again, I'm trying to control that full rotation. All right, here we go. I'm trying to rotate my arms outwards, trying to open up those palms up towards the ceiling. Squeezing hard. Should feel a little bit of tension through the back of the shoulders, especially in this position. All right, next let's just go for some internal and external rotation just through the shoulders. So we're just going to round the shoulders forward. I'll just turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of flexing through my spine here, protracting through the shoulders, and I'm rounding my body forward here, squeezing through the pecs, internally rotating my arms, and then I'm going to do exactly the opposite. So I'm externally rotating, opening up the palms, trying to draw my shoulder blades right in towards my spine, imagining like I'm pulling my elbows in towards my spine. And let's go back. So we're integrating the scapula, the shoulder blades, and the arms here. Flexing through the pecs here, the front of the shoulders. And then externally rotating, pinching the shoulder blades together. Okay, let's just go for one more on each. Internal rotation, flexing through those pecs. Trying to pull my shoulders towards each other. Externally rotating, pulling those shoulders in towards your spine. All right. Okay, now let's just do a couple nice slow circles. We'll just go with both arms at the same time. So pointing the thumbs forward, packing the shoulders nice and low. And we're just going to go slowly overhead. Again, trying to integrate all those muscles surrounding your shoulder as you're going through this range. Okay, I'm running out of room here. I'm rotating my thumbs towards the front of the room, and I'm pulling straight back. Okay, good. And let's try that one more. Let's go for two more of these. Okay, keeping those shoulders depressed, resisting that temptation to lift the shoulders up towards the ears. So I'm trying to pull the shoulders down towards the hips as I draw my arms overhead as much as I can. Everyone's going to have a different capacity on this exercise. Okay, as soon as I run out of room, Rotating those thumbs forward, pulling straight back, engaging through those shoulders hard. All right. Okay, good. And that's all we'll do for the shoulders. Just going to do a brief warm up there. We're going to start with a tricep push-up, and we're going to have your chairs on hand. Your chairs, if you have two or even just one, up to you. We're going to be using them for a dip. So I recommend, if you have a bit of a broader frame, a little bit wider shoulders, and you need a little more surface area for those dips, I recommend two. Otherwise, if you have a fairly small frame, one will be just fine. So we'll have those chairs on hand, and then we're going to go with a tricep push-up to start. So if you have any injuries with the wrists, or you find that you have discomfort when you go into wrist extension here in a push-up position, just use some dumbbell handles. Okay, so we're starting with a tricep push-up. So we have your elbows in nice and tight. Don't want you to bring your dumbbells or your hands this close so that your elbows are flaring out at the bottom of your push-up. I want you to kind of bring those hands right below your elbows, so that when you do that push-up, your elbows are in tight, but you're still kind of stacking that elbow over the wrist. Okay, here we go. So let's try and take 5 seconds down, 2 seconds up. If any of you have difficulty from this position, feel free to go from your knees. You could even try push up onto an elevated surface if you have a couch or a chair or something like that, if the kneeling push-up is too much of a challenge for you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause at the bottom. Up for 1, 2. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Up for 2, 1. Follow this cadence as best you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage those triceps actively. Up for 2. We're getting a little bit of pecs and front delts in there as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, engage, press the floor away, draw your elbows in towards the midline. Trying to stay active with your trunk so you're not getting into this kind of position where you're curving through the lower back. Up for 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause. Up slow. Nice job. If you need to adjust your position a little bit, feel free to do that. Shouldn't feel any discomfort through the joints, through the triceps, or, through the elbows or the front of the shoulders. Okay, here we go. Just going for a couple more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3. Locking that rib cage down, squeezing the glutes. 2, 1. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. Good. Okay, we grab your chairs, and we're going to be facing away from the chairs on a tricep dip. Okay, so just make sure that those chairs are placed on a surface that is not going to move. All right, and next we're going to be going down for 5 seconds. Up for 2, following the same cadence. I want you to get a 90-degree angle at your knees, lifting your chest high, drawing your elbows out wide. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contract both sides. Up for 2, 1. Loading both arms equally. Down for 5, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. Loading both arms equally, trying to keep equal tension both triceps, creating as much distance between my shoulder and my elbow. Here we go. 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. Adjust your body position a little bit. If it feels uncomfortable to be too far away from your hands, then just slide your body back a little bit. If your shoulders feel uncomfortable, don't go too low on the exercise. Up for 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, One more rep here, and then we're going into a tricep extension. We're going to grab some dumbbells laying on your back. Up for 2, 1. Okay, you can go right onto the floor. Grab your dumbbells. We're going to stack the dumbbells right over your shoulders. And from this position, without letting your upper arm moving, the space between your elbow and your shoulder does not move. And then we're just bending through the elbows. And we're just going to hold 90 degrees right here. So I'm packing my shoulders back into the floor. And I'm trying to actively flex through both triceps. Trying to keep those elbows in nice and tight as best you can. And just focus on your breathing here. Engaging those triceps, just holding this position. In a few moments here, we're going to be going through a full range. Trying to feel equal tension through both sides. Trying to maintain that 90-degree angle. Okay, here we go. Up nice and slow. If these dumbbells are too heavy for you, go a little bit lighter. If your arms are not feeling fatigued at all at this point, you might want to go a little bit heavier. Okay, we're taking about 5 seconds each direction. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm trying to connect my shoulders to the floor, and I'm just focusing on keeping tension only through my triceps. Here we go. Little pause at the bottom. Squeeze first. Press the shoulders back into the floor. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Down slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause. Hold here. Engage both sides. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maintaining a slight bend in the elbows. Try not to lock out your elbows at the top. 3, 2, 1. Right to the bottom. Squeeze both sides. Don't let those arms move. And then extend through the elbows. Don't let the upper arms move. Good. We're just going to go for about 2 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. I'm imagining that I'm pushing my back through the floor as I extend these dumbbells over my shoulders. Okay, good. 1 more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After this rep, we're going to just hang out at the top and we're going to press your dumbbells right together. Take your time to the top. Okay, pressing the dumbbells together. Let's go for a few more. Make sure you're keeping those elbows right above your shoulders. Okay, here we go. Down slow. Just pause right above your forehead. And up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep pressing those dumbbells together. Engaging both sides. Moving nice and slow in each direction. And focusing on keeping tension through those triceps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more reps here, guys. Hang in there. After this one, we're going back to a dip. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down slow. Pressing those dumbbells together as you need. Squeeze hard. Press your back into the floor. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Set your dumbbells down. This time we're going to go back into a dip. We're going to face the chairs. So taking about the same width that you had on your grip on that previous dip. And we're going to go 5 seconds down, 2 seconds up like we did before. So just finding a 90-degree angle through the knees. Knees are just going to hover above the floor. Then you're going to pull your hips back and you're going to have a fairly wide grip so that your hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay, here we go. We're at the top. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contract both sides. Up for 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try not to round forward. Lift that rib cage up high. Keep tension in both pecs and both triceps. Engage both shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull those hips back. Almost in a chest pressing type position. So your chest should be fairly close to parallel to the floor. Maybe rib cage a little bit higher. Okay, good. Down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hang in there, guys. We're almost done. Just 2 more here. And then we're into a tricep kickback. Up for 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, 1. Okay, grab the same dumbbells. We got one foot in front of the other one. We're grabbing one side of the dumbbell. So your hand is at the back of the dumbbell. From here, we're pitching your body forward. Chest is parallel to the floor. A little bit of a bend in your front knee. Lifting those elbows up so that your elbows are about the height of your shoulders. Keeping your arms in that position. And then we're just extending through the elbows. Keeping your abs tight, digging in through your front heel. As you come to the bottom, keeping those dumbbells behind the elbows. And then slowly extending the elbows again. Full extension. Back in slow. Just to here. Pulling those hips back. Shouldn't feel any discomfort through the shoulders or through the elbows. So make sure you're moving nice and slow. If this feels like it's a bit much for you, feel free to take a break until we go into the next one. We just have one more tricep kind of exercise after this. So we're going to be doing a military push-up in about 5 reps here. Trying to get full extension through these elbows, squeezing hard through both triceps. Okay, here we go. Trying to prevent your body from moving at all. Trying to prevent any momentum. Just using those triceps. Let's go for 2. 1 more coming up, and then we'll go into that military push-up. Full extension. Okay, great. So you can bring your dumbbells down. Next, we're going to go into a high plank position, and then we're going to be moving directly into a plank. So each time we're alternating which arm you're pressing up with, and just want you to really absorb your landings so you're not rocking side to side. You're really taking your time, absorbing your landings each time you switch. Okay, here we go. We're going to go for 1 minute, grabbing my trusty timer. 3, 2, 1. So we're starting in that plank and pressing up with your right, down slow, preventing your body from moving, up with your left. If this is too challenging, just go from that just go from the knees down to your left, up with the left, back down, up with the right, engaging both glutes. Really take your time here. The arms are pretty fatigued at this point. Up with the right, up with the left, up with the right, 20 seconds left, up with the left. In 15 seconds, we're going into a seesaw using your sliders. Up with the left, just 1 more on each arm. Here we go. Right, left. Okay, good. So, let's grab those sliders. You can bring them under your feet. And we're just going to go for about 45 seconds with the sliders. And then we're going to hold a regular plank and we're going to do some rotations. 3, 2, 1. Okay, moving nice and slow in each direction, taking about 3 seconds each way. Nice deep breathing, really forcing that rib cage down and trying to dig your toes through the floor on the way up. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left here. Flex hard through those glutes. Try and prevent that lower back from curving. Last 10. Here we go. 1 more. Okay. Whew. Okay, awesome. Let's go into plank, and we're going to be rotating from your right arm to the middle to your left arm. Holding each position for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, starting on your right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the center. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left. Pressing that hip up as high as you can. Back into the center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotating to the right, trying to stack this left shoulder over the right. Pressing that left hip up, back into the center. 3, 2, 1. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into the center. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Make these reps look pretty. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here you go. Planting those elbows right through the floor. And back into the center. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got 45 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the center. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 30 seconds. Hang in there. Last core exercise into the center. Over to the left. Then we're into some biceps to finish up. Back into the center. 3, 2, 1. Right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2. And we're just going to finish in the center here, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff, guys. Okay, so you can just grab a little bit of water if you need. And let's get set up. We're going to do a single arm bicep curl. And then we're going to grab your band. And we're going to do a hammer curl. So if you have a wall nearby, we're just going to use that wall for a little bit of support behind your arm so that we can really get a lot of stability through the exercise and use that bicep throughout the exercise. If you don't have a wall, then feel free to do a concentration curl where you're pressing the back of your arm into your leg like this. I'm going to use the wall. So just grab an appropriate weight for you for a single arm bicep curl. We're going to take 5 seconds each direction. We can get ready. Starting in about 10 seconds. So from here, I'm just placing my shoulder right over my elbow, kind of leaning into the wall. And then we're just going to start right now. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Taking 5 seconds up. 3, 2, 1. Down for 5. I'm keeping all those joints lined up, my shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Keeping a little bit of a bend in the elbow at the bottom. Pressing my arm into the wall. Taking my time on the way up. A little pause. And the whole time, just trying to generate as much tension through your bicep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Trying to pull my pinky finger up towards the ceiling. A little bend in the elbow, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can relax through your grip and just let that bicep do all the work. Pause, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Making sure you're keeping that wrist nice and straight. It's not bending at all. We just want to use those biceps. Okay, here we go. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should be starting to get a little bit challenging for you here. If this is easy, try and increase your tension. If you're using a band, if you're using a dumbbell, grab a little heavier weight. We're just going to be here for 15 more seconds. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last rep. Press your arm and shoulder into the wall. 4, 3, 2, 1, down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's go right over to the other arm. Starting up in 5, 4, 3, lining everything up, 2, 1, up for 5. Again, keeping that wrist nice and neutral. Trying to relax through your grip, moving really, really slow here. And I'm just trying to keep that back of my arm pressed up against the wall the entire time. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your arm into the wall, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down slow, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 5. All right, here we go. Pressing that arm back into the wall. We're at the 45-second mark. We're going for 90 seconds total. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as you get fatigued here, really try and prevent that shoulder from coming off the wall. So you want to really press that elbow and shoulder into the wall the entire time. We got 25 seconds left. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep leaning that weight into the wall. We've got one more rep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little hold. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Let's grab your band. We're going to be laying on your back for a hammer curl. So just make sure you have a good amount of tension on this exercise. We're going to bring the band under your feet. And then we're just going to have your thumbs up towards your head. Elbows tucked in nice and tight so that we have all your joints lined up. Elbows are right below the shoulders. And then just find a good tension for you. And we're going to press those arms into the floor and then curling up nice and slow. Right to the top, taking 5 down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right to the bottom, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can lift your body up a little bit, pinching the shoulder blades together so that you can keep your upper arms covering the floor. Here we go, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, if you feel the front of your shoulders that you could even lift your hips up a little bit. You want to get some nice shoulder retraction here and just allow those biceps to work. Okay, good. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trying to get a nice full range, keeping a slight bend in the bottom of the range. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resisting your way down. Making sure you're feeling equal tension both sides. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just the tension if you need to. Let's just go for 2 more, and we're going to finish up with 1 more isometric bicep curl. Okay, resisting your way down. Very last one, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you don't have any dumbbells, just keep that same position that we were just doing there. And I just want you to hold that bicep curl at 90 degrees. If you do have some dumbbells, grab a heavier dumbbell. We're going to sit into a chair. And we're just going to hold at 90 degrees to finish this workout. Okay, so just shake it off a little bit. I'm going to grab my timer. We're going to hold this for 60 seconds. Try and pick a fairly heavy weight. And we're just going to hold in this position. So elbows are slightly in front of the shoulders, sitting tall, just hanging on there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Holding right here, maintaining that 90-degree angle. I'm just focusing on pinching my shoulder blades, keeping my abs nice and tight, keeping equal tension in both arms. Be aware if you're favoring one arm over the other one. We all have imbalances, so just be present and aware of that. Squeezing both sides. If you're using a dumbbell here, you can really try and open up your palms so that you're rotating your palms up towards the ceiling, pulling your pinkies up towards the ceiling. Squeezing hard through both sides. All right. I'm gonna push this one a little bit further just because it's our last exercise and it's fun to push it a little bit harder. Okay, we got 35 seconds left. Hang in there. I'm imagining like I'm trying to pull to the top of that curl, sitting tall. Be aware that you're not leaning back, you're not leaning forward, you're not rounding through the shoulders, you're trying to pinch those shoulder blades together, squeezing both arms equally. And here we go, we got 15 seconds left. Keep squeezing both arms. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me for a nice brief arm and abs workout. Hope you enjoyed it. If there were any exercises that felt uncomfortable for you, please shoot me a message and I will give you some options, some different variations that you can use in the future. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.